trillion naira missing in the NDDC and the Ministry of Niger Delta, which he happened to be the minister. Scandal. But today is number 3 man in Nigeria. And according to Werewike, Akpabiole, that Werewike will still call a thief tomorrow if the account switch again now. The same Werewike. Anyway, I'll leave him. And talking about Akpabiole, it wasn't just Werewike that entered Peter Obi. Akpabiole took his time too, because those who came to the Nigerian Senate as Labour Party senators, most of them have already joined the APC. They have not joined other parties like go and join PDP or go and join SDP. They have mostly joined APC. And the latest one is this announcement, but take a look at Akpabiole. Obidients.
This is notice of defection from the Labour Party to the All Progressives Congress. This is very important for the benefit of this country and the peace of this nation. May distinguished Senator Neda step forward as you move graciously to your new party, and please approach the chair for a handshake. Senator Leader, please bring your people.
There is too much preoccupation with politics and 2027. Maybe there's too much concentration on receiving defectors all across the country, and people are not looking at it. Please, Mr. President, because the business of the Nigerian people, for which we were all elected, all of us and the President of the Federal Republic, is not moving forward. That is the one in this chamber is opposed to an extension if it has become necessary, so that the machinery of government continues to run and does not grind to a halt. But clearly, nobody is satisfied about the situation that we have found ourselves in. Mr. President, I came this morning
before the Deputy Senate President takes over. I had intended doing this, but when my eye was browsing, I did not notice a very important thing has happened in this country today. And I feel it's important that I bring it to your knowledge. This is a letter from my colleague. Let me sit well for the purpose of this. I'm guided by my colleague, the Deputy Senate President, because I think we will have to take a picture together. This is notice of.
That's Akpabiole, but that is not all. Remember that Thiefnubu just signed the tax bill to law, and they are telling everybody that it is actually a good thing that the chunk of the people won't be paying taxes because they do not meet the threshold. So it must be good if you are too poor to pay taxes, right? Then it must be good. It's not targeted at let those who have money pay, okay? But in that room, Koolu, Akpabiole, Oyedele, what's that? Zaki something, right? They all presented what is more like, theatric of what their tax law would do. And it reminds me of something, their subsidy remover. Today I was on X, Twitter, and I saw, it was like they shared this in their WhatsApp group, okay? So I saw a post, right? And it said Thiefnubu's achievements. in 2 years, right? Subsidy removal, consumer credit, which means you can buy things on hire purchase in Nigeria. So they're giving that to him. But people already buy things in hire purchases if you have job and bank accounts, right? But anyway, they said it's Thiefnubu's achievement, electricity tariff reform, which makes you pay more for darkness today. Thiefnubu's achievement, student loan, Thiefnubu's achievement, local government autonomy, Thiefnubu's achievement, what again? Minimum wage of 70,000. Thiefnubu's achievement, stabilization of naira at 1,700 naira to $1. Thiefnubu's achievement. I'm just trying to remember some of them, right? And you begin to ask yourself, like, are these people kind of like, crazy? Like, what do you even mean by electricity reform? It is not as if you have generated more electricity. The whole thing is still about, promise and promise. And there is nothing pointing to that, oh, they are going to generate more electricity for you. So, yeah, you have to pay more. Nothing. Minimum wage reform. Like, for real now. We still have people protesting here and there. As much as they are suppressing that, right? We still have people protesting here and there and asking that they should pay this minimum wage. It's been over a year now. But it's already Thiefnubu's achievement. Millions of people, right? In a system where you say, oh, student loan. In Nigeria, education was subsidized. That includes government-sponsored scholarship and all of that. Thiefnubu removed everything. Now, people have to pay through their noses if they can afford, or they can come and collect a loan, student loan. And in a year, since they claim to have started, in a year, they said over 300,000 people applied, students applied. But they've given money to 100,000 people, right? And then they have a handful of people saying, yes, they give my brother, they gave my sister, they gave my this and that. But there is no real evidence. There is no data to back any of this. Just take it. We can't lie to you. I mean, I don't feel lie for you. Okay? We have already given money to that aspect itself, right? They have been like brandishing different figure, different number. Because it is them. So now, here they are. They've added tax bill. Because according to Oyedele, this bill is so good, right? That 70% of people that are not paying taxes right now in Nigeria will begin to pay. Presently, it's only 30%. They are not looking at the people they want to pay the taxes because they are telling themselves that, yeah, Nigerians are very poor, but there are some people who have money in Nigeria and we can make a lot of money from them, some businesses and all of that. So it's going to be easy. They have said a lot. But I go there here, since I know be expert, but I can see through all the lies. So that is why I'm supposed to be the chief I told you so of the universe. Because that's more or less like what this is for those who said a lot. I don't know how many of you will remember. Okay, I saw another one where somebody wrote as well and said, how many of you can remember the 2 years of Thiefnubu when he was governor? People were abusing him. People were calling him Ojiyobo, this and that. They said, oh, the first 2 years of this Thiefnubu, if you are like, poorer, don't worry. By the time Thiefnubu is done, 8 years, you are all going to be very happy. Lagos State was worse off under Thiefnubu. These sewage dwellers, they will conveniently give the glory of others to Thiefnubu. Those of us who actually lived in Lagos then can tell you so much of, then Fashola came. And for the first time, people actually felt sanity to some extent in the city. The number they came. People started seeing some level of a real construction, like proper stuff. And if you now ask anybody to tell you what exactly is Thiefnubu's project in Lagos State that they can refer to now, they will be pointing to Fashola, Ambode, and recently Sanwo-Iku for Thiefnubu. And they have done that very well enough that they will say, because he chose people that succeeded him. Lagos State makes more money, that kind of thing. For 8 years of Thiefnubu, anyway, they are sharp pushing all of this, and somehow it's giving me the vibe of when Bokwari, I don't know how many of you here will remember the first 2 years of Bokwari, when they were telling all of us then that Bokwari was so good that it disciplined the whole country when in 1984, 1985, they said that Bokwari created discipline. He fought corruption. That so many people hated him. If they allowed him to finish that time, maybe Nigeria would have been better now. So when Bokwari started the destruction of Nigeria from 2015, these were their talking points, telling us about, fair enough, some of us witnessed, have the clearer memory of Thiefnubu's 8 years in Lagos. Abatinika Jeun Sapo. No, so Abatinika Jeun Soke. You remember that time? Anyway, Sha. Here you have the clowns in the room talking about what they don't give a hoot about. But it sounds pretty much good that since they are promised that they will get more money.
Process of nation building. Even the block work takes a bender and concrete cement to build the body. Is what you have provided is leadership and courage in the face of mounting dispute. Nowhere in the world that tax reform will ever be any easy. Some tax bills that you might read in your textbooks might even sound sometimes like reading in English in Japanese. Very difficult. Twisted equations, reverse ideologies. At the end of the day, what you must land with is the hope to develop the people and show the right character towards the destination. We are in transit. We have changed the road. We have changed some of the misgivings. We have opened the door for new economy, business opportunity. We are showing that Nigeria is truly, truly ready and open for business. Easy in, easy out. And the question of our tax to GDP and all other formulas would be obsolete.
It is normally the woman that is congratulated. And nobody will run by that. And the man kept sleepless nights in order to ensure that the baby came. So, Mr. President, we have always known that you are a thinker. We have always known that you are intellectually sound. We have always known that you care for your country. Those who have doubts can now descend from two major actions. The first was the cancer of fuel subsidy that many regimes could not obliterate. So you came and you did it, and today Nigeria is better for it. Many did not know that by the time you took office in 2023, Nigeria was on life support. We're using about 98% of the daily revenue of this country for debt servicing, and almost 90% was on oil subsidy. And so Nigeria was heading to the brink of collapse. Then you came and you said that God brought you for a time like this, and you are prepared to ensure that Nigeria was saved. Here again, you have harmonized the entire tax system in this country. Stamp Duties Act, I think it was in 1901, but last reviewed in 1939. And then here we are, in 2025. We are still operating on even taxes and laws on taxation that were here before the colonial masters left. They were all incorporated into our laws. Yes. And you said this cannot be allowed to continue. Nigeria must be modernized. And modernizing the tax system means bringing more money for the development of the country. Today, you are signing these historic bills into acts of parliament. And I can tell you that even for the states, when they see the outcome of what they are doing today, generations unborn will remember you. I want to say that myself and my brother, the Right Honorable Speaker, we had no doubt that you came with a vision. And we were determined in Parliament that nobody can stultify your mission for this country. You campaign on the basis of changing the country, changing the perception. And so there was no need for people, no matter what they said. The Parliament was determined to look at the bills and find out whether indeed they were good for this country and they will benefit the vulnerables and the common man and woman in the society. And at the end of almost 10 months of rigmarole, debates, consultations, public hearings, we came to the conclusion that yes, indeed, what you did and what you are doing now will be remembered for generations to come. No parliament makes a law for one particular regime. Laws are meant to last, and this is one law. These are laws that will last for generations to come. Nigeria has changed with what we are doing today. And I want to congratulate the entire members of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and congratulate all Nigerians and all stakeholders who made contributions towards what we are doing here today.
ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún sí lálìkìyàmà ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
So just like maybe not like the Nigeria here, Akpabiole, Koolu, and others who have wrecked Nigeria even further, they are giving themselves accolades, and they put together a new tax law, which itself is an actual job put together to further prove to the IMF and World Bank that they could give them more money. So in reality, right, Thiefnubu has added over 80% more to Nigeria's debt. Somebody sent a comment after the program last night and said Thiefnubu did not devalue the naira. I don't understand what he meant by that. I mean, you know,